Hi, my name is Max Frizalone. I'm a Maryland criminal defense attorney, and in this video, I'm going to be talking about ignition interlock violations and removal proceedings. If you're watching this video, you may have received a letter from the MVA that you are going to be removed from the ignition interlock program. I'm first going to discuss removals, and then we'll talk about contesting removal. So, what is a violation of the ignition interlock program? According to the MVA, some of the different reasons to violate your ignition interlock are failing to appear for monthly monitoring visits, operating a vehicle without ignition interlock, failing to abide by the terms of the service agreement with an interlock provider, so failing to pay, tampering with, bypassing, or removing an interlock, attempting to start a vehicle with a BAC over 0.025, failing to submit to retests or rolling retests after starting the car, receiving some sort of license suspension while in the ignition interlock program, failing to start your car within a certain amount, minimum number of starts. These are just some of the common violations that I see. Each time you receive a violation in a reporting period, which is normally a month, your ignition interlock time is extended by 1 month. So, typical ignition interlock length are either 6 months, and that could be based upon getting a probation before judgment or blowing between 0.08 and 0.15, and 1 year, and that could be for refusing a breath test or having a high breath test result or having a conviction for a DUI. So, if you keep getting violations during reporting periods, the first time it's an additional month, second time it's additional month, third time additional month. But once you get to your fourth one, they're going to try to remove you from the program. And this is where having an attorney actually applies. So you can't normally challenge those first three violations. You can call driver wellness and safety and try to talk to somebody, but there isn't a formal proceeding that you're entitled to. But once you get that letter that you've had four or more violations during reporting periods and they're trying to remove you, you do have the right to request a hearing. However, you must do so timely. So in that letter, it will have a deadline. And if you don't request a hearing within that time period, you're going to be removed from the program without a hearing. So if you're removed from the program or if you're unsuccessful at your hearing, you must wait 30 days and then reapply and do all of the time you were ordered to do all over again. So no credit for all the prior time you had served. For the purposes of this video, though, let's assume that you've hired an attorney and you request a hearing. What can you do at that hearing? Well, first and foremost, you always want to request discovery from the Office of Administrative Hearings to see what the basis for the violation is. So some of the more successful ones that we're able to go after are minimum starts. So, for example, if your car goes into the shop, we're able to get a certified repair order to show the administrative law judge, yeah, I didn't start it during that month. It was also in the shop. Or for rolling retests, a lot of my clients are doing things like DoorDash, delivery driving, things like that, where you might get out of your car, leave it running, and go drop something off. Most interlock devices now have a camera, so typically when we're challenging a violation for a rolling retest, you're going to see an empty car. Okay. How about if somebody else is driving your car and produces that breath sample? I've had clients who even their mechanics are blowing results over 0.02 to start their vehicle. So it's important to know that you can get the discovery, and it should include photographic evidence of who was in the car if it was a blowing result or a rolling retest. So if you're able to successfully overcome one or more of those violations, the administrative law judge will essentially order you back into the program and you can successfully complete your ignition interlock time period. If you're unsuccessful, then you're looking at being removed from the program, waiting 30 days, and then starting all over again. I hope you learned something from this video, and I wish you the best of luck if they are trying to remove you from the ignition interlock program. Good luck.